Finally, we are live. I'm sorry for the difficulties. I tried to go live before and I don't know what happened. I had a couple people, but now I hope you guys come back. Hold on. All right. We are finally live. Fight fans all over the world. This is Daddy P with Slap Happy Gorilla. What? We live, baby. Hey, listen. Now this is what very intriguing to me. I don't know how many of y'all saw the little clips from the weigh-in. Vasyl Lomachenko, Devin Haney, man, and the fireworks. There were fireworks at the weigh-in, and you cannot deny Devin Haney almost pushed the man down. Devin Haney, Vasyl Lomachenko, the weigh-in is official. We have a fight for sure. Oh, yeah, I see that. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen. Hey, listen. Whoever saw the weigh-in, man, look. Okay, first of all, Devin Haney made weight. Something I've heard this before, you know, just from watching weigh-ins and everything. But what was real intriguing to me, I got to shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV. Y'all check him out. Very big channel, OG in the game for YouTube. I kind of left YouTube for a while, and when I came back, he was one of the channels that I watched the most. Blue Blood for Non, and I started watching the guy US Today, whatever, Coach Malachi. But I saw a clip from Blue Blood. He had the weights early, right? So he was saying how they hadn't went public. So they weigh in earlier. The weigh-in that they show is really like for the public. They already know, you know what I'm saying, the weights before they come out there. So I guess all that's just for show. I thought they, at one point, I heard that before, but I ain't paying much attention. But I know it's real now because Blue Blood had the weights. He had a video with the weights, and it was the same weights from the weigh-in. He had it earlier today, and I was like, dog, how he got that? And then I went to try to watch it. Then I finally watched it, and I saw, man, look, Devin Haney, he came to make a statement. He almost pushed Lomachenko down. Listen, I'm talking about for real, almost pushed him down. And this is the type of fireworks I've been looking for this fight, man. And because I don't know, it just seemed like they had too much respect for each other through the whole build up to the fight. Devin Haney was talking a little bit, but he wasn't like aggressive. He just was like, you know, saying how, you know, he'll retire. He want to retire Lomachenko. He want to beat him up and send him into retirement. But he wasn't talking like real trash, like real noise. And every press conference, they so civilized. And they talk so matter of fact to each other. So it's like, man, I've been waiting for them to show some type of aggression. And the day it finally happened. So at the weigh-in, man, those guys weighed in. They came to face off. You know how they do. And Devin Haney was talking trash in Lomachenko's face. And all of a sudden, he just pushed him hard. I'm talking about hard. And the people, you could tell the reaction from the people, like, you know, the security, all of that. The place kind of went in a little uproar, you know. Nobody expected that because, like I say, it's been so civilized. But man, look, it's this thing is heating up, and now we coming down to the wire. Tomorrow night is the fight, man. Tomorrow night is the fight. And like I said, if you not ordering the pay-per-view, you can get with your boy Daddy P. I don't know what time the main event is gonna be coming on. So y'all know how I go. Usually it's later. Top Ranks is not usually that late, but remember it's in Las Vegas. I'm on the East Coast, so it's gonna be a little later than what it is in Las Vegas for me. So, but everybody else, man, y'all, I don't know where everybody is, but I know that if you're on the East Coast, it's gonna be a few hours after. But I mean, anyway, this weigh-in, man, has got me real hyped up. And I was already hyped for this fight. I've been talking, I've been excited. That's why I did the segment, Get This Money. Listen, yes, yes, yes. Palms Riding be representing, man, in the chat. So man, I got to represent. So listen, I told y'all tonight is the night I'm picking two people, and I don't even see two people in here. I just see Palms Rising. So Palm Rising, man, he said he might have to change his prediction. Let me know who you riding with so I can know what to do, because I'm gonna pick you and somebody else if they come in the chat and talk. I mean, and the other guy that participated the other night, he was going for Loma, so I'll probably go ahead and pick him for the opposite guy. I mean, that's depending on what Palms Rising does. Okay. Palm Rising say I'm 10 toes down with Haney. So the other guy was he said he had money on Lomachenko. So Bushido, what is it? KI from the other night. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see at the end of the at the end, but before the end of the video, we'll see what's up. But a little bit, man, I'll talk a little bit about the guys, Devin Haney. I mean, we've been talking all week. I mean, I really don't know what else to say about. I'm just so excited. I'm ready for it to be fight night right now. I'm ready for it to be fight night. So I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't, Somebody asked me the other night, do I have a prediction? My prediction is that I don't know. I might have to change my prediction. The only prediction I gave was that it's not going to be a knockout. That's what I said, but I don't know now. I'm sorry, everybody. I keep yawning. It's been a long day. It's been a long week for me. But yeah, this fight, man, look. My prediction was that it's not gonna be a knockout. I might have to change that. This energy is finally coming to a head for me. I seen what I had to see. It's gonna be electrifying at the MGM Grand tomorrow night, Saturday night. He say Haney go come swinging. Y'all thought he ain't want the smoke. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Look, Devin Haney, I think he want to make a statement. Now, the thing about that is, man, look, boxers all the time, man. You can't get too emotional before a fight, because you want all of your emotion, you know what I'm saying, to be there, but you got to wear it on your sleeve. You can't, because, if you rush in boxing, you can make a mistake easy. and get knocked out. And Lomachenko is not the guy you want to take lightly at all. I think whatever game plan they have, I think they ought to try it, stick to it, and then if they need to tweak or change some things, go to a plan B. But you can't get too emotional in the fight. And Lomachenko, man, I think he's already where he wants to be mentally. And that's proven by his responses. I don't know what these guys do. I don't know if they meditate. I don't know what, Lomachenko seems like he's a Christian or whatever. I see the different T-shirts he's been wearing, so maybe he prays, whatever. But I don't know what these guys do to keep themselves focused and keep their like anxiety down before a fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how they sleep, especially before a big fight. How they sleep, and I've seen where some guys they go to Vegas and they gamble half the night. They had pictures of Keith Thurman gambling the whole almost all night before his fight, but he probably couldn't sleep. And that's the whole thing, man. I imagine before a big fight, your nerves have to be jumping. But I wonder what these guys do to kind of keep that down. Meditate, pray, whatever. But whatever they do, man, I know these two guys got to do it. They got to do something to kind of, bring themselves in a little bit and, not get too far out there as far as, their emotions and with anxiety, all of that stuff. Because anxiety will make you use energy. You know what I'm saying? And if you too wound up coming into a fight and have that anxious energy, it could tire you quickly. You know what I'm saying? And I think that like a lot of people was talking trash about that second Wilder Fury fight. He was saying, I feel tired. I think he had a lot of nervous energy. Then he had on that big old suit, talking about his legs felt funny. Hey man, look, your nerves can play some real tricks on you psychologically. You know what I'm saying? And whatever a person does to bring themselves in before a big fight, a big game, whatever, whatever you're a part of, if it's sports, if it's playing an instrument, whatever you have to do before a big performance to keep your like mindset together. You know what I'm saying? It can work wonders for you, or it can hurt you if you don't have anything to contribute to, how you feel or how anxious you are before a big performance. But these two guys, man, look, Devin Haney, he said after he pushed the guy, the reporter came to him, was asking him questions. Hey, what was that about? And Devin Haney said that he said, man, I've been waiting 4 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting 4 years for this. I've been wanting to face this guy. I've been wanting to face off with this guy. And he said, I guess emotions just came out. So, hey, that's what it is, man. That's how these fighters go through an emotional roller coaster, man. You can tell. And, I can't imagine what it's like. I remember, the only closest thing to that, I used to play I didn't in school. I never really played sports like for the school, but when I was younger, we had a church league, and we used to play different, in a little league we had. And before a big game, man, I used to be so wound up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of, if anybody else, I know you kind of can kind of understand as well. Like if you played basketball, you played football, whether it was for your school, whether it was little league or whatever, it's like a certain, feeling you have before. I'm saying a big fight, game, not like a regular game, but sometimes you have these big games. Like if you playing for a spot in the playoffs, or you've gotten in the playoffs, you playing for the finals or whatever, a big game, like before it happens, there is like a feeling you have before that game. There is some anxiety. There is some, so can you imagine what do you do in those situations? And I'm just imagining for these guys, man. They in Las Vegas. And like I said, some people gamble to kind of take their mind off of stuff. But man, I mean, what's the answer? Can somebody give me a palms rising? It looked like you still the only one there. What can you say about that? As far as like, if you play sports or if you play the instrument or whatever, whatever it is, like, how do you get ready for something like that? Hold on, I gotta check my messages. But I don't know. I feel like, man, that Devin Haney, he probably had some yeah, I understand. That's why I said, like, for a big fight, big game or whatever. But yeah, if you haven't competed at the highest level, you probably can't relate to it. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Uh, but I don't know. It just to me, seeing that play out, it kind of jolted me a little bit because I ain't expected it all. And because how respectful these guys been towards each other for the whole time, even and Devin Haney was the only one kind of talking a little bit of trash, but it wasn't aggressive. But I still didn't like expect nothing like this. Nothing. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. If you haven't seen that weigh in and the face off after the weigh in, go and watch it. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, it just showed me something. It really got my attention. And the reason why I say that is because, man, I already knew it was gonna be a good fight. I knew it was, but it just, to me, these guys was too civilized for, you know what I'm saying? For the magnitude of fight this is. This is undisputed. This is an undisputed matchup. Now, Devin Haney he fought for undisputed, and then he has also defended his crown as undisputed. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but the thing about this is Devin Haney been wanting this fight for so long until it's almost like he's the one that's trying to go for the belts, because he's fighting for, like, not supremacy, none of that. Like, he's fighting for respect, really. Like, he wants people to look at him as the undisputed champion with respect, because a lot of people not respecting Kambosos. But I don't know how you can't. Kambosos beat Lopez. A heck of a fighter, man. Lopez beat Loma. And these weren't fights that was like, oh man, that was a robbery. Now that Lopez Kambosos fight was kind of close, but it wasn't a robbery. I mean, Kambosos was, hey man, Kambosos kind of, I don't know if he had his number, what. Kambosos really got with Lopez, and it was a close fight, but you can't call that no robbery. So I don't know why people not respecting the fact that Devin Haney beat Kambosos for undisputed. That's who had the belts. Who else he was gonna beat for undisputed if that's the one with the belts? So I mean, I respect the guy, and one of the biggest reasons I respect him is because he gave the guy his rematch, and he went back to Australia for the rematch. And now, since he's undisputed, done fought the rematch with the guy, and he's full undisputed champion. He not taking no tune-up. He not taking no soft touch. He taking the guy that everybody has been calling the Matrix, the best thing since sliced bread. People been saying Lomachenko is pound for pound #1. All this stuff, man, all these accolades, all this stuff that boxing has put on Lomachenko. Devin Haney is facing this guy, and it's a voluntary defense. This is not a mandatory defense. You know what I'm saying? This is voluntary. So I don't know why people not respecting this guy, man. And I think that's what he wants. I think the frustration of that, and now this, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not one that in a million years I wouldn't have thought that Loma was gonna give Devin Haney a shot when he was on the top. Because anytime, that's how boxing go, man. Remember Errol Spence? It was hard for Errol Spence to get a shot. He had to be mandatory, for Kell Brook. And then he did the same similar thing. He went to Kell Brook home. He went to England, to become a champion and beat up Kell Brook in his backyard. But, these guys had to do this kind of stuff because nobody ain't want to fight them. So they had to just do what they had to do to get themselves where they needed to be. And Devin Haney is on that level. Devin Haney is the undisputed champion. Put respect on the man. The man got the belts. I don't care how you feel like he got them, whatever, he got the belts. And then in order to get that WBC, he had to, they call him email champion, all that. Nah, man, the man was the interim WBC champion. So according to their rules, if something happened with the regular champion, the one from the interim champion gets elevated. That's just the rules. So if he fought to become the interim champion, then why you don't respect that? He had to fight somebody to get the interim title. So once he got that, hey, Lomachenko got elevated. He got elevated as well. So, Devin Haney, man, is Devin Haney. Who you don't like it, that's your business. I respect the man, And the thing about it is you got to respect him a little more than you respect Lomachenko. Because Lomachenko wasn't go get a guy no fight. When it ain't no fun when the rabbit had a gun, but when Lomachenko was on the top, he was never gonna give Devin Haney an opportunity. You heard what his manager said, Egas Klimas, whatever his name is. I said I wasn't gonna keep trying to say his name because I mess it up every time. But you heard what the man said. He said, "Nah, we wasn't gonna give him." He said Haney hadn't done anything in the sport. So see what it is high risk, low reward. For fighting Devin Haney, he wasn't going to make enough money to make it worth his while. But Devin Haney is not. He don't care about them. I ain't going to say he don't care about the money. It's prize fighting, man. That's what they fighting for, a prize, a purse. You know what I'm saying? That money, cash money. But at the same time, Devin Haney is looking more so for his legacy. And that's why they've been saying how, he was asking the guy in the press conference, Bill Haney, he say, asking the manager, Egas Klimas, he was like, hey, who has been chasing down Lomachenko like we have? Ain't nobody been chasing him like that. People ain't been wanting to fight him like that. You know what I'm saying? But Devin Haney have been, so I respect Haney, man. I respect him. I respect him. And I feel like he's coming to make a statement Saturday night. He really is. He is coming to make a statement. And he just showed me something, boy. I would have never thought that in 1,000 years. But yeah, it is what it is, man. I only got one guy in the chat. Right now, it's showing me 0 people that's on, and I only see one person participate in the chat. So, I I mean, it's unanimous. Palms Rising is going to be one of the guys in the running for the $100, and he has picked Devin Haney as his fighter. Now we got a little under 5 minutes. Yes, Palms Rising is in the runnings for $100. Listen, Palms Rising has been participating every day in the live stream, and he the only one that's here now. So I got to pick him. And the only other person that was that was in the chat on the other night was Bushido I believe his name is, and he was for Vasyl Lomachenko. So he's not here tonight, and if I don't get nobody else in the chat in the next 4 minutes, then that's who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Palms Rising and Bushido Ki. Palms Rising has picked Devin Haney, and Bushido Ki has picked Lomachenko. So that's what we're gonna go with that, Unless somebody come in the chat in the next 3 minutes or so and start, just saying what they think about the fight, whatever. And they going for Lomachenko. Because I mean, Palms Rising already has taken the Devin Haney spot, All right. So I mean, that's just what it is. And I can't wait for this fight, man. And I'm gonna tell you this: I don't really have people in the chat. I probably won't do a live for the fight. I mean, because I'm gonna tell you this: when you go live on the fight, I know from having a channel before, it's been a long time. When you call in the fight and everything, and when you have to wrap up because what I used to do, I would do a live and I would still do a video for the fight, explaining what happened in the fight, like a reaction video or whatever. And man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I would have to go and watch the fight all over again to really enjoy it and see exactly what happened. Because it's like, even though you calling the fight, you looking at it, you explaining to everybody else what your version of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? And then when the fight over, you trying to rush to get a video off to talk about it. It's like, man, it's hard to really enjoy the fight. And I really want to enjoy this one. If I had more people in the chat, then I would probably go live, but I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going live for this one. I think I'm gonna just watch this one and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And like I said, nobody's coming to the chat. So by way of default, Bushido Ki has taken the spot for Vasyl Lomachenko. Palms Rising has taken the spot for Devin Haney, and they are both in the runnings for $100. Listen, I want to give this money away. That's why I had to have two people. Palms Rising, the only one that's participating. I can't have one person. I got to have two people. Because say if Lomachenko win, then what I'm gonna do? I got to have one person. So it's Palms Rising, Bushido Ki, and I would have to go to my subscriber base and try to find, if Lomachenko win. But Devin Haney win, Palms Rising. I think in the description I'll put my email for Slap Happy Gorilla. I put my email, and I don't care who has that. It's for the channel. So after the video is over, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll try to put it in the description. And then, or if not, the video that I make for the fight, after the fight, I'll put my email there. And so then you can email me and then we'll figure out how I can get you the money. You know what I'm saying? That's if you win. And Bushido KI, I'm gonna just have to try to contact him the best way I can. I seen him before in one of my comments of videos in the past, so it shouldn't be too hard to find him. But you know, if Lomachenko win, I'll find him and get the money to him. But yeah, it's now 30 minutes, and that's my rule. If it's really not a lot of people in the chat giving conversation, then you know I cut off at around 30 minutes. And not that I don't enjoy Palms Rising. He said, I believe people get emails when you reply to their comment. Okay, yeah, okay. Shows how much I know. I never had a channel where I was real interactive. I only responded to the comments. So yeah. So yeah, but yeah, Palms Rising, you know, just to let you know how we can get together so I can if you win, how I can get the money to you, you know. We'll do it. And hey, for everybody out there that's listening, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the subscribers who has already been a subscriber. And you know, this is not the last time I'm gonna do Get This Money. This is not the last time. This was just my first time, you know, doing it. But I will do it again. You have to be a subscriber to win. And who is giving you this money? Hey, it's Daddy P and Slap Happy Gorilla. What? It is Daddy P, man. Y'all go ahead and slap that like button for Slap Happy Gorilla. This is Daddy P, and I'm signing off. Ew.